The best way to wake up in the morning is with Good Day Dakota.
It's 6:22. Welcome back. As we continue to persevere through this pandemic, it's important not only to stay safe, but also to use the proper etiquette as we navigate new norms. Aaron Fields talked with an etiquette expert on how to do just that.
Ambiguity makes a lot of people uncomfortable, and things right now are extremely ambiguous.
Like Schweitzer said, we don't know what's to come, but you can still use your manners during COVID-19. So she gave me some tips. Tip number 1, asking for 6 feet or more of space. In the U.S., people tend to be very direct, but you can still be polite about it.
You want to let them know that by saying, "Excuse me, my family and I are taking the social distancing seriously. And so for now, if you don't mind, I'm going to back up, or I'm going to ask you to step away because I've been standing here and we do not want to do anything that's going to intrude on the safety or health."
Tip number 2, petting someone else's dog. It's natural for us to want to approach furry friends, but take precaution and perhaps say something like this.
"Why don't we catch up with our dogs after this uncertain time period passes? Take care, and I'm saving some extra petting and hugging for your dog when I see you next time."
Tip number 3, worry about no one else but yourself when it comes to wearing a mask.
A lot of us, when we were trained to be etiquette or cultural consultants, we were told never correct anyone else's manners unless you're being paid to do so. So we don't want to go up to someone else and say, "Excuse me, you need to put your mask on," because we're not the authorities and we're not being paid to go up and tell someone else to do that.
Last but not least, tip number 4, tipping your delivery driver.
If you can, leave the tip on the credit card. If not, put a little stack of white envelopes by the front door. And what you can do is leave the tip in the white envelope. Mark, "Thank you," and put the name of the delivery service on it. Put it out front, and it's a contactless tip.
And aside from these tips,
I think one of the best things we can do right now during this COVID-19, this uncertain time, is be kind to each other and just act with integrity, because everyone is trying to figure out this challenging time, and all we can really do is be polite.
Reporting in Mandan for KX News, Aaron Fields.
For all these tips and more, head to our KX page, kxnet.com. But Aaron, what tip did you find most interesting?
Honestly, they were all great reminders, and I know a lot of these are obvious, but it's always good to just have that extra little reminder. But I'm guilty of the dog one, because whenever I see a dog, I run up to it and I just want to pet it. And I also thought the mask one was really interesting, because I keep seeing these videos on Facebook and Twitter of people like yelling at other people. But I agree with her. If you see someone not wearing a mask, it's up to the authorities, not yourself. So they're all really interesting. Which ones did y'all think were the most interesting?
I found the most helpful one to sort of communicate with people to keep socially distancing. As I tell my aunt in Boston, I say, when you go out on a walk today, make sure you do some social distance jujitsu, because that's what I feel like. I feel like I'm doing like the Olympics or something to avoid people in the store.
Yeah, and I think one thing that she said that really struck out to me, Aaron, was she said we need to have tolerance for ambiguity. We need to have tolerance for other people's, what they want for themselves. I think that was what really stuck out to me most. I'm glad that we interviewed her, because she had a lot of really good points. And you're right, we have to have some kind of etiquette, some sort of guidelines here for us, because this is new territory for everyone.
Yes, y'all are right.
All right, well, thank you, Aaron. That was a great package there. Really appreciate it. Now let's switch gears and check in with Amber for the weather.
Well, we're pretty